All right, welcome to episode 2 of Trailer Park Trash. Trailer Park Trash. Fuck me, dude. Transplant
Trans-
Trash.
Jesus Christ.
I this
We're already.
I'm Andy.
I'm James.
Oh,
And
already messing up the name, dude. It's second episode. I'm already screwing it up.
this is episode. Well, I guess it's the third technically, but you know, it's it's okay. So the reason why we came up with the name Transplant Trash, or at least, is because we have moved from the good old South to the. I guess is it the West? Would you consider this the West?
I
I know
think
you consider.
I think I would consider you the West. I think I can. I don't know. I guess
My boundary
Colorado's.
was I-25. East of 25, that's Midwest. West of 25.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, then I'm gonna say I'm Midwest. You're West.
Okay. That's fair. I guess I'm like Southwest because I'm in the fucking Burkett, bro. In the fucking Cinco homes. Fucking a la verga. Which, do you know what a la verga means?
No.
You've taken Spanish. It means to the fucking dick homes. It's just the fucking Burqueño thing people say.
What is it to the what homes?
It means to the dick is a la verga.
What does that even mean?
It's just like a saying where you're just like, ah, shit, or like bullshit or something. It's just, something happens, you're just like, ah, a la verga. And you just mean to the dick is the literal translation.
Okay.
You're just like, my fucking, my,
Your white ass just
my
walking around
hyena.
being like Oliverga.
A la verga, brother. You got them fajitas.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the title. We did not explain that in the first one. So
Well,
yeah.
but, well, there's different kinds of trash, and, being white trash adjacent. White trash is in my blood. I know it based off my family. There's different kinds of trash. Now, I'd say the worst kind of trash, hands down, is Midwest trash.
Okay. Okay.
Midwest, because I can respect Southern trash, because that's just, there's a lot of pride in their style of trash.
That is true. A lot of
Some of
pride.
the most degenerate trash, don't get me wrong. Absolute degenerates. But, like, Midwest trash is just, like, they're smoking inside. This is usually the telltale sign of the word, like smoking inside. A lot of scratchers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Heavy meth.
But also, salt is spicy. So that's what makes them the worst, in my opinion.
The spicy salt.
Dude, salt is spicy to Midwest trash. That and, like, they're just.
Oh, just because like they just can't handle like they're eating. They're like, oh, this is hot, and you're eating
This,
it, and you're like, this has like a dab of sriracha on it.
yeah, pretty much. Or, like, you
Yeah.
go, like, oh, you want some hot dish? We made them, like, this is just a fucking casserole. Or,
And they put
this,
paprika.
you
They
just
put
made a
paprika
cat.
on
You
it.
just. Oh, we careful, watch now, it's spicy, and we're doing white people taco now. I got the Ortega sauce.
Like
It's the mild version.
I put cumin in it. Be careful.
That's way too fucking authentic for a Midwest trash person. But also, the other well-known sign is their truck is more expensive than their house.
Oh yeah, like a 90s, like an 85 box F-250 that's like got like fresh paint on it. It's lifted, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's parked out front of like it can't even fit in the fucking little tiny driveway. It's in the road, the trailer
Mm-hmm.
park cul-de-sac.
Exactly where they have to like park it out front. They're like waxing it as like the next hailstorm's about to come in. I'm like, shit, I gotta finish this. Um, but speaking of trash, I will say after going back, had to go back to West Virginia, Pittsburgh, East Maryland area. Oh god, the cat screaming. It's
Was
fine.
it
He'll be fine.
like a wedding or something?
It was a wedding. It was for
Oh
my
yeah,
cousin's wedding.
it's always a
Wedding. I give that one a solid 8 out of 10. The DJ just really fucked up royally. I'm sorry, Ben, if you listen to this.
Fuck you,
Apologies.
Ben.
Fuck you, Ben. Get a better DJ. He just like.
Oh, Ben's the guy that
intro-
got married. I thought Ben was a DJ.
Oh yeah, Ben,
Sorry,
Ben's the guy.
not fuck you, Ben. Fuck you, DJ.
Fuck you, DJ. He introduced them, and then he just put on Frank Sinatra and smooth jazz for 2.5 hours.
Oh, that's kind of a weird vibe.
I mean, like, I get it, people are eating, you want an ambiance going on, but, like,
Right.
I only can listen to My Way, like, about once before I get sick of it. And by the end of My Way, I'm done with the song. I don't want to hear Frank Sinatra again. And there was just a lot of oboe and
Oh.
saxophone, like, elevator music, and every part of the buffet they had a carb on it. So I'm just sitting there, just like a Long Island or two deep, just carved out. I'm like, holy shit, I'm about to fucking fall asleep here. God damn.
I mean, it's also like that's a weird. I mean, at a white person wedding, there has to be like, first of all, you can't replay any songs, but there has to be, the classics. First of all, "Friends in Low Places" has to get thrown on.
Dude, that was the other thing. They didn't play actual music until we were about to leave, and they started off with Metallica. Nothing else matters because they let everybody else pick the DJ list.
Also, what a snoozer! Don't get me wrong, I love Metallica, but dude,
Not a wedding.
that's not a fucking that's a ballad, dude. Okay, that's not the of every Metallica song you choose a fucking ballad, dude. It's like, come on.
That's what I'm saying too. I also knew I was gonna be in trouble when I got like a Long Island, and they filled that bitch halfway up with liquor before they put ice on it, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh no, dude.
So
Liquor. I barely know her.
oh, liquor, oh, liquor ball sandwiches, Mister Leahy.
Dude, that's not. Yeah, it's if they, especially with like, I don't know. It's the whole point of going to the wedding is you're getting drunk, you want to dance, you want to have fun, and they just playing. I mean, was that your buddy's choice of music, or was he like, DJ, just do your thing, and he was like, I
Well,
got you.
they had like a very tentative schedule, and then instantly it was just off. Like they're like, oh, cocktail hour is gonna be an hour and 15 minutes. It was like almost an hour and a half, hour and 45. So we were just behind. Like
Yeah.
I think my family got tired and they drove us there. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna say no, and I'm going to Baltimore tomorrow, and I don't really want to be hungover in an aquarium with a bunch of small children screaming around. So I think I'm just gonna pace myself. Also, when I was like, "Oh, we start off Long Island. We'll start the night right." And I saw how much liquor was in that. And I was like, "Okay, we're gonna just pump the brakes a little bit."
What's in a West Virginia aquarium? Like
Oh,
bullfrogs?
we went to Baltimore,
Baltimore?
for Baltimore.
Brother, you spent too much time out there.
Which we'll talk about Baltimore trash. Baltimore
Talk about
trash.
Baltimore.
Shit. I've never watched The Wire, so this is just from like my adjacent family talking about how they pronounce Baltimore, or I just always call it Baltimore, just because
Baltimore. I feel like that kind of, I don't even know. Like, I'm probably talking about my ass, but I feel like that gives me like a Philly. Do you have like Philadelphia family, or is it
No,
all?
I don't have any Philly. It's all like Western Maryland. I do have some like Northeast, like Rhode Island. Like my
Ooh.
grandmother straight up sounds like Lois from Family Guy,
Oh, no. I thought it. I
and
mean,
my
I've never met anyone from Rhode Island, so I have like
it's
no
a super
gauge.
small state, but my grandfather's name was also Peter, so they go, Peter, come here, Peter.
Oh, dude, that's honestly amazing. Like
It's
they are your family. They are Family Guy.
it pretty much like it. We anyway. We'll talk about Baltimore trash, and then we'll get into different kinds of trash.
Well, we got
So
to rank.
Baltimore
What did
trash.
we talk about already? We should put them on a tier list.
Oh, we won't. We'll do that next episode. We'll get Tier Maker out.
Oh yeah, we'll
I,
have to get a little tier list of the trash.
of the trash. Baltimore trash is just like it was interesting because we went to the aquarium. You just get in the. You ever watch that Stavros comedian?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He had like a clip, and I'll send you. He's just like this white Baltimore trash. It's just like, let's go Ravens! Let's go Ravens! I like Lamar, but there's just something about Joe Flacco. I just like Joe Flacco more. He's just a pure pocket passer. I can't really put why I like Joe Flacco more than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, you're like, who knows? I mean,
It's a mystery.
it's a
Dumber.
mystery.
I love Baltimore. Like, you can just get piss hammer drunk there. You just get fucked up.
Is it open carry in Baltimore, or is that not open carry? No, sorry, that's the wrong thing. Is it when you
open
can bring a
container.
open container? Yeah, thank you.
I don't think so, but I don't think anybody's gonna get mad at you. I will say Baltimore is very much like any other major city. We're in the inner harbor, which is like the very touristy part. Where like the National Aquarium's there. They got like all these old historic ships. We park in the garage. Literally, as soon as we walk out, there's some like homeless, bent out guy trying to take apart a sign in front of like a taco festival. And he's just like trying to rip it apart. And meanwhile, he's like getting close to me and the security guard from there. So I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck you doing, man? And I'm just gonna fucking back up. And I just get behind Veronica. And Veronica's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I was just trying to like,
You're like, you need help, dude? Here, I got some tools. Give me a minute.
I'm just like, I'm not getting in the middle of this. I don't want any fucking part of this. I don't know. He might have rabies for all I know.
Was the wedding? The wedding was in Baltimore.
It was in like Frederick, Maryland, so it's like an hour away. So it was just like, well, I wanted to eat blue crabs. That's the whole reason why.
I mean, what the fuck is there even? Why else go? What's the point?
National Aquarium's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
If you like zoos and that type of shit.
I could skip the aquarium, dude. Give me some crab. I'm gonna put Old Bay on it, and I'm gonna have a freaking great time. I want a Yingling, and I want some steamed crab.
Oh, that's a sacrilege in Baltimore. You drink Natty Boh.
That is
the true Baltimore beer. You drink Natty Boh. Have you had Natty Boh?
No.
I know Natty Boh.
Is it similar to Natty Light? That's what got me thinking. I'm thinking.
Oh no, it's like its own. I believe my buddy told me it was like the same thing as like a PBR.
National Bohemia. Oh, so it's actually like a different.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Natty Light, dude. So I thought it was some kind of like, you know how there's like Keystone and then there's like Keystone Ice and stuff. I thought it was like a spin-off.
No. This is Natty Boh.
I've seen this weird mustache, dude.
Dude. He's like the Pringles beer man, dude. So that's how you know you're true local here. This is how it didn't come off and didn't get mugged in the restaurant because I was like, "Can I get a Natty Boh?" That's how you.
That's how
don't
disrespect. Or I go in there and I say, "Can I have a National Bohemia?" And they go, "This fucking guy.
This fucking guy. He's a fucking tourist. Doesn't." Anyway, there were two kinds of trash. We did get like some fucking California sorority girl that was sitting beside us. We were sitting on the patio because it was like 80 degrees when we were there, which is really fucking hot for October in like Baltimore, Western Maryland, West Virginia. This is also like 80% humidity. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, dude, just sweating. I'm assuming you're like full suits and.
Oh yeah, I was wearing like a full suit too, so that didn't help either for the wedding because like the wedding was at 4:00 outside, so the sun into the sun.
Oh, nice.
So it was just we're getting beat. I'm like, oh god.
They got to have the photos of the golden hour, dude. They say
golden hour.
Suffer for an hour for these photos.
I mean, yes, pretty much. 4:00 is a weird time for a wedding, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, like, because usually if it's a little bit later, like 5, it starts to set by the time you're done. You're eating dinner like 6:37. Plowing drinks 4. You're starting to eat dinner at what, like 5? I mean, do you just sit around and do other stuff until you eat, or is it early dinner?
We had like the dinner at 6, but there was like a cocktail hour. They had some like appetizers and stuff. Pretty much had Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets and like.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Dude, like of course hooked it up. They just called it Southern Fried Chicken Bites, and like you just got this from fucking Chick-fil-A.
You said you're not you are a connoisseur. You said you're not fooling me.
Dude, I had some saucy nugs.
He said, I know a saucy nug when I see one.
Dude, give me them saucy nugs. Anyway, back to Baltimore trash. So we're in this like local restaurant that's like a couple miles from the harbor there in like some like ritzy neighborhood. So we're sitting there eating our crab, getting my Natty Boh, having a great time. And then some fucking jagoff and Ravens gear. Ravens! Let's go Ravens! Gear comes in with his broad. He's got the fucking game on his phone. Just full volume, full boomer in it. Watching the Ravens. game as
Can't
we're
put a
sitting outside.
headphone in. And this is at the wedding.
No, this is at the restaurant, so this is
Oh,
after we
oh.
gone to the right? I mean, that was well.
It's equally as unclassy, but
Oh,
yes.
yes, he's in his full rate. But like the thing was, is they had the game on inside.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, true. He probably had like 4 TVs showing
Yeah, so
it.
they had the game on inside, but he just chose to come outside to watch the game just full volume, and then he's like, "I want the jumbo crabs." So he's like, "Well, we're out of the jumbo crabs. I'm sorry, it's been down hard this year." He's like, "Well, what size are the largest? Like 6.5 to 8." He's like, "You're just gonna give me the 6.5." So she's like, "Oh, fuck's
Give
sake.
me the medium ones, then fine. Bring them out to me while I'm out here.
What do you mean you don't got the jumbos?" It's like, "Yeah, we don't have the jumbos. I don't want to fucking tell you. It's Fish out of the harbor, for God's sakes."
That's a man that
It's
like frequents that restaurant though. He's like, I'm coming here for. He's like, I know you have jumbo crabs back there. Don't bullshit me.
just that straight boomer trash mentality. He's like, "What do you mean? This is an inconvenience to me. It says it on the menu. What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
Why don't you prepare for this? It's like it happens, dude. We run
It's a,
out.
it's a crab restaurant. What the fuck? It's not like they just order crab in. This isn't a steakhouse.
Oh yeah.
And then it was just like, she's like, "We do it by weight. I mean, you can order one, and then you can get a guesstimate for the size." She's like, "Arr," and so then he just goes back to watching the game full volume on his phone. And then he gets up and goes inside like 20 minutes later.
Oh my god. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you had two medium-sized crab, if they're giving it to you by weight, then what does it fucking matter what size the crab is? You're getting the same amount of meat in the end. The jumbo crab meat's not any better than the fucking 6-inch crab. I mean, who gives a
I,
shit?
I mean, blue crabs are like kind of like fairly like smallish, so it's just like more work you have to do versus like the
Oh,
amount of
boo
meat you're
hoo,
getting.
dude.
It's not that fucking difficult. If you're any bit of ambidextrous or have any sort of fine motor skills, it doesn't take too long to break apart. I mean, shit, I had it fucking pick clean in like 3 minutes,
Oh,
but
easily, dude. I mean,
easy.
that's like an East Coast must. You have to know how to
Yeah,
disassemble a crab and like I do it with my teeth, dude. Like it's
I don't know if
I
I could
mean,
do it with my teeth, but like, I mean, I guess I could. I could probably just bite off each one of
yeah,
those. Like,
you kind of just crunch it and you break them. It's you kind of the little joint crusher thing, like the little
mhm.
metal whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you almost use
the
your teeth to act like that, and
yeah,
then
we'll get a little nutcracker action.
exactly. And sometimes they even give you scissors, dude. So this guy, he's got nothing to complain
They
about.
gave you scissors. Well, I've never been to a crab restaurant. They gave me scissors, but
Dude, my grandma used to bring her own. She would go into a place, dude, and she'd bust out her
that's some
purse, and
that's
she
some fucking Florida trash shit.
they were nice, dude. They were like gold handled and
Oh my gosh.
and she'd pull them out and they were all wrapped up in like a little like a hanky, They're kind of like something a little nice. It's got a little embroider on it. And she'd unroll it and then they'd be like, "Oh, do you need some stuff?" She's like, "I have my own. I'm good." And she'd pull out her fucking little scissors and then when she'd done, she'd roll it up and put it back in.
Okay. That is absolute god tier. Oh my god. But yeah, that was Baltimore trash. I also had some like artistic hipsters that were just talking way too fucking loudly at the Crab Shack.
Oh my.
Just some fucking jagoff was like, "I'm looking for like a summery lemony beer," and she's like, "We have Natty Bo Yingling and Sam Adams on tap. What do you want? What do you fucking want? Read the menu."
You want a Miller? Like
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much the equivalent of a Miller. You want Miller or Yingling?
I mean,
Or Sam?
those people, like, they fucking suck, dude. Like, you go into a place that's like Joe's Crab Shack, and you're gonna go in there and be like, "What IPAs do you have on tap?" And they're just like,
Or
"What do you?" But not even actually. That's even worse. Just being like, "I want a lemony. Can I get a little hint like straw? You have something strawberry?" And they're like, "No, dude, it's a fucking Crab Shack. What are you talking about?"
I don't know. Read the fucking beer menu. It's got
Yeah,
3 options.
yeah, right.
Natty Bo. Like,
I
what is National Bohemian? I was like, you fucking tourist.
I guarantee you every beer on there is all like domestic, like Coors, Miller, Bush, the
Oh,
Bohemian, the whatever, and it's like to go into that. I don't know. It just that those people drive me crazy. Where you're like, you know the answer to this question. Why are you even just get a fucking Coors and shut up?
it is kind of the worst, I will say. Just look at the thing. It reminds me of whenever I would used to be a bartender. Oh, not bartender. I was a waiter at this like brewing company, and people would come in just off the holler to get their pizza for the week. I'm gonna take the wife out. It's our anniversary. She can have a Pepsi. Oh hell,
Yeah. What kind of food was it like? Was it like
it was just pizzas.
oh, okay, that's all. So it was like pizza and beer basically.
Yeah, it was just like not the greatest beer in the world. It was okay. It was okay,
That's a good
but it
food
was
combo though. Pizza at a
pizza and beer.
brewery? That's a great combo.
Oh yeah, that was like the wood fire pizza too. So like it was pretty like it was not bad. A little overpriced, but not bad.
You ever go to,
And
sometimes you go to a place and they're like, we have Dorito bag chip nachos. And you're
oh,
like, are you kidding me? That's all you have?
taco in a bag.
Yeah.
Taco in a bag's a fucking way of life out here, dude. That's or no, they call it walking tacos here.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think that's similar out here too. They'll say, but it's just
West,
funny when they like don't have any like they're like
oh,
you don't have a hot dog, you don't have you don't have anything. They're just like, nah.
no, we got Frito, and then they call it Frito pie out here, is what they call it. But in West Virginia, it was taco in a bag. It was like, we just take out, cut the top off the Doritos, and you just put some taco meat that you get with the fucking old day peso on there and some more tacos.
You
That's
squeeze like melted like Velveeta into it, and then it's like all the Doritos just turn to mush in like 30 seconds.
well, they do it with hot Cheetos and Takis out here, which is just,
Oh,
oh, yes, I know, oh, indeed. Anyway,
sorry.
where
So
were
the brewery.
the brewery, but yeah, some good old boy off the holler come down and he'd be like, "Y'all got Bud Light?" And it's like, "No, no, sir, we do not have Bud Light. You are at a brewery. We do not carry Bud Light."
Yeah, that's okay. I know I was just like ragging on the guy that goes into Joe's Crab Shack. I'm gonna also rag on that guy that goes into a brewery and asks for like a Bud Light. You're like because I'm assuming it advertised itself as a brewery. It wasn't
Yeah,
like a bar.
it was called brewery was in the name.
Yes, okay. It's I understand if this. Well, I guess how long ago was this? To be fair, let's give him some credit. How long are we talking? Are we talking like a decade?
2018.
6 years? Yeah, it's a little early for brewery. I mean, I don't know. 6 years ago, Florida was like where I grew up was like starting to get breweries. So
I mean, I guess whenever you go into a place and it has brewery in the name, and I go, yeah, no, we don't have Bud Light, but this is like a good alternative. This would be like the closest thing to Bud Light. And they go, what do you mean y'all have Bud Light? And it's like,
that's true though.
I explained to you, we make our own fucking beer here. You are at a brewery, sir.
That is fair though. If you counter with an alternative that's similar, yeah, then they're just like, I don't get it. What you mean? Every place has Bud Light.
Bud Light, that's like drinking Coca-Cola. What do you mean you ain't got no Bud Light?
They're like, give me one of them walking tacos and a Bud Light. And you're like, fuck, we don't have any of that here, sir. We have pizza and IPAs.
Well, we had a variety of stuff. Well, which reminded me, whenever I was working because I did front of house and back of house, and I would work on the pizza line. We had a new guy who was in the dish pit. Me and my one buddy were at the bar drinking already because we had gotten done. And he's like, which of the brewery beer should I get? We're like, none of them. Get yourself a Halleck. You don't want any of these beers. They're ass. Get this other beer. And he's like, oh. And then
Go to the liquor store. Just save your money.
I mean, well, because we always got Shifty was the thing because it was a local restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, after being back in the homeland, I realized I would be way much more of an alcoholic and way fatter if I had not moved out here.
Oh my god, same dude. I'm already fat now, but I'd be 400 fucking pounds. I mean, there's no way that I wouldn't be absolutely in the same boat of a raging alcoholic.
Oh, exactly. Especially like working in restaurants because they're like, you just get a free beverage at the end of every one of your shifts. You're like, what? And,
That's such a funny like you just given them like 10 hours of your life, and they're like, here's one free beer.
I mean, I mean, to be fair, on the restaurant economics, it makes a lot of sense.
That's
There's a lot of bullshit and stuff you have to deal with. I would
yeah.
say,
Well, you think they'd be like, hey, you guys can drink for free, whatever. Like you guys bust your ass over here, which is fun. Is it?
yeah.
I'm assuming they also have like two sides, like an 8 and a 12 ounce or something, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
here's one 8 ounce. That's all you
Oh no,
get.
they would always give us because we were like working here. They give us like the big ones too, and that was
Okay.
yeah, that was it was becoming a problem. I got very good at buzz driving. Don't do that, kids. It was but it was just like, you have 2 or 3 shifties after work. You're like, oh, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this. It's like the Tim Dillon analogy. If you just practice drunk driving,
Yeah,
you will
right.
naturally
Get
be
better
better at it than the person who never does it and is trying
like,
to do.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got buddies back home that love that mentality. they're still they're still doing that shit.
I mean, I guess Florida's at least easier because it's like a grid and it's flat, but like West Virginia is just like curves and turns and everything. And you're like,
There's just more
usually, and there's some.
people though. That's the problem. Is you could
Oh, that is
I
true
feel like
too.
you just and then everyone drives like an asshole. So next thing you know, you're like, God forbid somebody hits you, and you're drunk. I mean, it's like you could have been driving perfect. You're getting screwed.
Oh, exactly. I will say the joke is that if you don't see someone swerving on the road in West Virginia, that means they're drunk because they're not trying to dodge all the potholes. It's like drunk driving, just straight. You just like
You're just nailing
fucking.
every one of
You're
them.
just.
You're like, oh, when did they put those speed bumps in? Just nailing every pothole.
Oh, fucking Christ. We were staying at my mom's townhouse, and I mean, they put in like a fucking White House security size speed bump in this neighborhood. And we were driving a truck, and like there were some glasses that my stepdad had hanging on it, and I would hit this speed bump at like 3 miles per hour, and the fucking glasses that were hanging around the rearview mirror would come off. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what the hell are you doing?
Jesus, James, slow the fuck down.
I guarantee you it's just some old ass dude like, I don't want these kids riding their 4-wheelers and dirt bikes through the neighborhood. That's dangerous. That makes too much noise. I came out here for peace and quiet.
he put his
I
own
want
he
to
put
hear
his
these
own
dirt
speed
bikes.
bump in. He just went
I
out there
mean,
and like,
I'm gonna fuck these kids dirt bikes up. They're just gonna get yeeted, get brained out. We can't ride a dirt bike if you gotta you're paralyzed from the waist down.
he's like, fool. I feel like I don't know if this is true or not, but I think if you hit bumps faster, it's a smoother experience.
Is
Like
that true?
I don't hold me to that, but I think if you fly in there now, then maybe this is different when the bump is like 6 inches off, like height wise. But if you come in and you're flying and you hit that thing, it might be a little smoother. I don't know.
Where you're just gonna end up like we're in fucking Dukes of Hazzard, just
Just
fucking
yeah, they put the speed bump in to stop people, and people were just using it to like ramp up into the parking lot.
just fucking eat that motherfucker. Just fucking run Boss Hoss.
Do you guys have like a 4-wheeler problem out there? That's like a big problem back home. Is like people
Um,
riding around on 4-wheelers.
Not as bad as like Florida does because the roads are so windy, but there are signs all over the interstate that say you cannot take your 4-wheeler on the interstate
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
on every exit. Like I've never really seen it before. I think the bigger issue was they did legalize that it's not like quite a gator. It's like I think it's like a 4x4 or side by side is what they're called.
Oh yeah. It's like a UTV or whatever.
Yeah, like those are street legal in West Virginia, so people can run down to the Dollar General without having to
I
take
th-
their car.
I think they are here too. It's funny because I never they don't really have those in Florida so much. I mean, maybe a
Oh,
little bit more
really?
now, but it's like 4-wheelers. That's like the big thing, dude. Is 4-wheelers, and it's there's not many of those out here, but yeah, in Florida. And I remember one time I was fishing with my dad, and I love my dad to death, but there's always something goes wrong, dude. Like, it's never like we go out, we fish, we come home, we drink a beer. It's easy. It's never. We go out, we fish, we're coming back, boom, his truck battery is dying, dude. I mean, it's like, and we're in like a rough area getting back. And his truck battery's dying on the
Like
highway.
South Florida rough area,
Yeah, like rough.
like like red light area. If you
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah, like
oh,
bad, dude. Like a
oh
place that
shit,
you don't want to be. And it was like 9 o'clock at night. So you like don't
oh
want to
god,
be, you know, you don't really want to be
a
hanging
dead
out.
battery in the middle.
So his
Um,
fucking battery's dying. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me, dude. Like, it's never, and we're still 40 minutes away from the house. And I'm like, I don't know what we're gonna do. And he pulls over, and now we're on the side of the road, and on like this tiny little shoulder, 8:30 at night, whatever. He's
are you
taking the,
on up the interstate, or is this like
oh
a?
yeah, we're still on the highway. He's taking the battery out of his boat, and he's putting it in his truck, and then we're going with that. But of course, that battery, because it's not meant for your fucking truck, dude. So that battery's like taking us like 15 minutes, and then it dies. But he's got like he's got two batteries in his boat. So then he goes in there, he gets another battery.
Does he just chuck the batteries into the ocean to charge the heels?
I mean, I'm sitting there, and we're every time we pull over in the shoulder, dude. I swear to God, it's getting smaller, and we're like out there. These cars are flying by; they are not moving over at all. And
Yes.
when they go by so fast, you like rock in the truck. You're just like, holy shit.
Oh, oh fuck.
Yeah. Well, eventually we make it to a because then he realizes that he's also running out of gas. So we have to
Oh
then
Jesus
top off
Christ.
his fucking truck, and we pull off it. And now we're still, we're like getting to the edge of the rough area, starting to get a little better, but it's still not great. We pull off into a gas station, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna call my wife maybe and see if she could bring me like another battery or something. We're trying to like figure this out, and he's all of a sudden while we're in this parking lot, like I don't even know, maybe a dozen people just pull in on four wheelers, just like ripping around the fucking gas station, like around the truck and shit. And we're all just sitting there like, please God, just let us just get the fuck out of here and just go home. And he like basically pulled the last battery from his truck, threw it, or from the boat, threw it in his truck, and it took us literally right to his fucking driveway, and then it died. I was like, thank you God.
My God. That is that is some Florida man stuff.
Yeah, it
What
was
would
it was brutal.
I will say the kind of trash I guess I appreciate the most because I'm probably the most like it is Appalachian Mountain Holler white trash. I
Oh,
mean,
that's yeah.
I would say that is probably also the most degenerate kind of white trash, or just trash in general, like people trash.
Yeah.
Then again, I haven't been too much on the West Coast, so I can only imagine what Inland Empire trash is like. But
True. Yeah, I don't know much about the West Coast either, but I will say Appalachian. Yeah, that's definitely that's up. That might be S tier white trash.
I'd say all of the trash scale. It's definitely the most just like, what the fuck are you doing type of
Yeah,
trash.
definitely.
Like, what made you think that this was a good idea? That you're just like, I don't understand why. And then like people in the state are like, I don't understand why people don't want to come to West Virginia. It's just a great place. I'm like, this place is fucking chill. That's a place.
Yeah.
No one. I don't know why the cold. We just need to bring back coal. It's like, hey, dumbass, this is in 1950.
Yeah, we
There's
got, we got to go backwards, dude. We gotta get coal in here, and it's like, wow, I don't get the housing prices are so cheap, and it's like, yeah, no shit, because no one wants to live there.
I mean, half the houses don't even have fucking internet yet.
Oh God, dude.
And
Yeah.
if they do have internet, it's like AOL broadband dial-up. Just.
So Windows 97.
Oh yeah, my computer works pretty well.
It's like loads of photo in like 10 minutes. They're like,
It's like,
wow, it's ripping today. This is great.
it's like, do you want to go back in time? Do you want to go into a real life time capsule?
Oh, dude, that honestly though, like that's a good point. I mean, I that's one thing that the South is interesting, and I think the Midwest does this too a little bit, where you really can go into a time capsule. Like you could be in like the deep south somewhere, and all of a sudden just and have gone back in time to like 92 or something, and just be driving around like, what, this place is untouched for 30 years, and there's just people living there. They're just doing their thing.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I will say the worst kind of trash though is wannabe cowboy trash, and that is very
Mm,
prevalent on this side of the country. It's the fucking. I can at least appreciate the degenerate because you are just being yourself, and that's just who you are. And it's like,
right.
well, you are living that. You do smoke inside a trailer, but it's like the types that like buy the fucking all black Dodge Rams or the fucking King
Mm.
King Ranch edition of whatever truck, and it's like, you got soft hands, brother. You never worked a goddamn day in your life driving it to their. You know what it is? Texas trash is hands down the worst kind of trash.
Yeah.
Hands down, that state can go fall off into a fucking cliff. You all are the worst, and I do not care if we get some hate for that. Horns down. You're a bunch of ignorant motherfuckers. You think
uh,
this is the way it is in Texas. This is how it's like. Go fuck yourself.
oh, it's, yeah, dude. They everything, like, Texas can do no wrong. Every time they leave Texas, they're just like, why isn't
Fucking
this like
Texas.
how it is in Texas? You're like,
You
go
can
back
move
to
the fuck
fucking
back there.
Texas. Yeah,
There's
leave,
so much
dude.
fucking land there. Why the fuck are you here?
Right. Dude, the cowboy wannabe is kind of a funny thing. That's like, dude, that I grew up around a lot of that, and it's like Southern Florida is not, it's not hick, dude. Like, the trash that lives out there it's like beach bum. That's like the vibe of a lot of my friends and stuff. It's like board shorts and fucking, you know, whatever, tank tops and Sperry. It's like all you wore to school and whatever. And it's like you literally go to the beach, skip your first two classes, go to your third to do an exam, and then go fish on a pier. That was like our life. And so then it'd be like some kid who's like living in a, like, has like cowboy boots on and a cowboy hat, and I'm like, what are you, who are you wrangling, dude? It's not fucking, what are you wrangling, heroin addicts? There's nothing out here. There's no
I'm just
fucking
trying to, which remind. I mean, if he's going barefoot into the Everglades, fucking trying to catch that 15-foot Burmese python. Have you seen that guy on TikTok?
no, but I know of these people. Now that's a different thing though. Those guys, I almost rank, like, I put that like Everglades people. That gives me like Bayou, like
What that
Louisiana vibe, where some dude's just like gator teeth necklace, just
that
fucking
kind of beach bum.
yeah, like, just like totally. I mean, like you said, literally barefoot, like walking around in the swamp and just grabbing shit out. I mean, yeah,
I'll
those people are crazy.
next time he pops up in my Instagram algorithm, I'll send him to you. But he just goes, "I'm in the Four Everglades. I'm trying to fucking catch Burmese pythons. Here, look at this swamp pumpy. Yoink!" And he just picks up all this fucking wildlife
Oh my
just out
god.
of the Everglades. He's like, I'm catching Burmese pythons because they're invasive and fuck them." And I'm just like, respectable. He's like, "Look at this cord snake. It's natural. We like this one." He's just picking up all sorts of shit, just
Holy
barefoot.
shit, dude. Well,
I
they
can
get you get paid. You can get paid for the pythons. They have like a season. I don't know if they have a. They may not have a season, but they have definitely like a. It's probably all around since they're invasive, but you can turn them in and get money for them. I mean, they're
I don't know. I would go
um,
do that. Maybe we should do that for the bachelor party. Just go on
just go
Burmese pythons.
fucking go to the Everglades and just go fucking python. I think they make you do it with it. I swear to God, dude, they make you do it with a knife. Maybe it's
I mean,
maybe it's a particular tournament or something, but um,
okay, well, I'll let you look that up, and I'll get into the specific kind. My favorite kind of trash though is Pittsburgh East, like white trash, like Pennsatucky, that type of area, because that is my people. And I was out with my buddy, and a bit being Pittsburgh's one of my favorite cities. The city's a fucking nightmare to drive in. Veronica and I got lost, and we were just having to rally car drive through there as she's trying to give me directions because the whole fucking city's under construction constantly, and it's built across 3 goddamn rivers. So we're on one side of one river, ended up getting lost, getting stuck in downtown Pittsburgh, which is in the middle, and it's just built like a triangle. So we're trying to wrap around. She's like, "Oh, you need to take this exit." It's like, "Well, fuck." And she's like, "All right, well, we'll turn around, come back around." I'm like, "Oh, are we in the same spot? Do I need to take this one?" She's like, "No, we need to go across that bridge because apparently where it put us out." And you're just like, what the fuck? Who the fuck designed this? I know a bunch of immigrants were working in steel mills. And Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah, did he design it? Dude, I mean, yeah. I don't. Is the Liberty Bell in Pittsburgh?
And that's Philly.
Philly. Yeah, that's right. I've never been to Pittsburgh, I don't think. I've been to Philly, though.
Pittsburgh has like 12 different bridges at minimum. There's like,
Jesus.
it's called the City of Bridges and the Steel City because that's where all the steel mills
City
were.
of Bridges, dude. Fuck you. It's like
It's
they constructed their own. Like, you know, it's like, oh, the Sunshine State or the Garden State, whatever. It's like the City of Bridges. We just make a bunch of bridges.
We got bridge and we got style. And the best thing about Pittsburgh is it has its own unique accent that's not Midwest, it's not East Coast, it's fucking Yinzer. Instead of y'all, they just go, Yin's headed downtown, going down to Shady Side, working to go watch the Stylers game.
Stylers?
It's Stylers.
Oh, it's awful, dude. I mean, why?
It's the fucking best, dude. I fucking love it.
Oh, dude, yeah. I gotta get back out to that area. It's always a fun. I mean, when I went to Philly, that was. I mean, it's a shit show, and fortunately, I didn't drive.
Oh, Philly's a shithole.
Oh, I mean, it's like the Liberty Bell was cool. You know, like obviously some of the history stuff was kind of cool, but like I wanted a Philly cheesesteak so bad, and I did not get a chance to go to you know, like whatever those two fuckers are, Gino and whatever, that everyone's like, you have to get their Philly. Every time I hear about them, it's always like, oh, some guy went and he was like, oh, can I get mine without onions? And then Gino or whatever is like, no, that's not how it's made. Yeah, go fuck yourself. And like, here's your Philly like I make it. And it's like, you put. Like, it's not like he's making a 5-star meal. He's putting meat on a fucking hoagie roll, and then he sprays Cheese Whiz on it. I mean, it's like, dude, get over yourself. To take the onions off of it.
I feel like that's the thing that always just pisses me off about, like, a proper chili cheesesteaks to make with Cheese Whiz. And you're just like, Cheese Whiz is fucking disgusting.
Oh, it's awful.
Like,
100%.
It's terrible. Just use some regular cheese. That's why, like, honestly, half the time it's not even worth going to some of those places where you're just like, do you want fucking Cheese Whiz on a goddamn egg sandwich?
I mean, it's like, why? It's such a, like, or you could melt, like, real cheese on it, and it's so good. Like, I love a Philly cheesesteak, like a melted with peppers and onions, and it's so good. Fantastic. But when you put all that effort into the meat and the veggies, and then you spray the whiz on it. It's like, what a waste.
God. But shout out a couple Pittsburgh things if you're trying to get educated for the audience there. Look up Pittsburgh Dad. You'll get all the yins you need to know about Pittsburgh analogies and everything. And then the other thing I would recommend is this other she's on TikTok. Her name's Kimmy Road. She does Sig Mom and Beer Dad stuff. You're like, Kim, we need to get to school, Kim. I gotta take you back for school.
Kimmy Road? That's her name?
Kimmy Rhodes.
That sounds like a freaking porn star.
I mean, it really does, but, you know, shout out her. She's got great content. But if you really want, like, the white trash of Pittsburgh, like, oh, shit, we're going to the Poconos this weekend. Oh, holy shit. Oh yeah, dude, it's like that kind of. But anyway, I was having dinner with one of my buddies. This is where we're gonna get into the fun topic here, and he's a school bus driver in the Pittsburgh area, and he's one of the younger guys because they're just a bunch of old boomers that don't want to retire because they're like, I'm trying to keep my pension up by another $5,000. So if I just keep working, you know, I don't have to deal with my wife. Just that type. And so I guess the cops wanted to come talk to them because the thing they were worried about the kids doing this year, not Galaxy gas, surprisingly enough, which, you know, don't do that. but they're worried about the kids doing synthetic mushrooms that they can get from the gas station. And they're all with like, what do you mean the kids they can just get these from the gas station? Go down to the shites and getting synthetic mushrooms? And it's
It's
just
just
like,
like kratom or something. They're like,
oh no, this is even the better part. My buddy goes, I've been looking for this in every gas station I've been going to, but looking for news articles online. It doesn't fucking exist. These cops are
he wants to
just
try it, dude. He's looking to give it a try.
I mean, probably, but like he's trying. He's like, it doesn't fucking exist. He's just going on. Right. It's like all the school bus boomer school bus like, these kids are gonna be doing mushrooms on my goddamn bus. What the fuck? Meanwhile, they're just doing fucking whippets in the back.
I mean, what do they think is gonna happen? Like, I mean, I know they were like the big thing too. Like they're always like, oh, like synthetic weed and all that shit. Like, I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen if kids do synthetic mushrooms? I mean, I guess if it's like, I don't know, mushrooms not that like, it's like if kids are like doing like psychedelics, that's like not the worst thing that they could probably do. I mean, it's not like they're selling synthetic meth in gas stations right now.
Well, that's just Adderall, but
Oh, true.
I mean, they're already on synthetic method for being honest.
Yeah, they're already at, dude.
I mean, I guess I probably wouldn't want to give a bunch of 14-year-olds mushrooms.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I don't condone it at all. No, absolutely. But like, I don't know. It's just funny to be like, the kids are doing like, my God, they're doing mushrooms. It's like,
Synthetic ones they can get down at the gas station.
it's also
What
like you
the
can just
fuck?
grow them. I think don't you just? I feel
Yeah,
like
they're growing cow shit.
yeah, just put them in your backyard and grow. They don't even smell. Like it's not even like if you were to grow like we used to grow weed and then you put that in your backyard and like pray your parents didn't find it because of course it reeked at some point, so you had to like figure out what you were gonna do. Dude, that just reminded me of something. All right, so this is so fucking random, but so all right, so obviously in high school I used to dip, and
I mean, praise our Lord Zinachinos. I mean, if you're gonna get nicotine in, it's the
yeah.
preferred way to do it this time. Where were you at? Were you a Copenhagen long cut,
No,
man?
I was a pussy, dude. I was always a skull man. I was
No, that's
fucking.
close enough.
Yeah, but it's all flavored. It's yeah. I never felt like a man when everyone's pulling out like Copenhagen and all that, and like Grizzly, and then I tried Grizzly once, and I like projectile vomited in my friend's toilet, and I was like, I'm sticking to fucking skull, whatever, cherry and peach and whatever fucking flavors they had, but like, and we would get them from because I was on the football team, so we'd get them from the seniors, and they would take. You ever you ever heard of a God's pinch?
Oh, they're just giving you the dad's tax.
Yeah, basically. But like when you buy like a fresh can, it's like always like slight. It's never packed completely filled because it's like I don't know.
Oh,
I mean I don't know why. I'm sure there's some reason to it, but like it's like the joke is like that's God's pinch or whatever. Well, they would buy a can and take like a third of it. And then they'd give it to us and be like, they were just refilling their cans. And they'd be like, yeah, that's God's pinch. And it's
oh
just,
my
you
god.
fucking assholes, dude. And they'd be like, that's $11 for that Grizzly. I'm like, there's no fucking way, dude.
So they're charging you like what 4 times the
Yeah,
price?
dude. But you have no choice. You're like, okay. So
Oh,
I had this skull cherry and I was
oh,
dipping it and my
that sounds
mom.
disgusting. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
it's fucking so gross, dude. My mom busted me at one point, and I don't even honestly, dude. I never, as you do stupid shit when you're young because you're like, I just want to fit in and be cool or whatever. I never liked it. I do not like I would rather rip a cigarette as a 14-year-old than fucking put dip in. I mean, I hated dipping, but I was like, I'm gonna do it because that's like the cool thing to do.
Oh,
And
you're pressured into it.
oh yeah, 100%. Because everyone's offering it to you, and you don't want to be like, no, I'm good, dude. So you're like, yeah, I'll do it. So I take the tiniest little pinch, dude, and I'd put it in my lip, and then I'd like feel like shit for 3 hours while everyone's hanging out. And I'm like, God, this sucks. Why do people do this? So anyway, so I got my mom basically like she pulled some slick shit on me. So I was at a football game, and it was like the JV team playing or something, and they'd make us go and watch to like support. And my mom was like, one of the one of the parents told me they caught you dipping in the stands, and I was like, "Who?" And she's like, "I'm not going to tell you that, but she caught you dipping, so you can either fess up and tell me, or like you know, I'm gonna beat your ass, like you're fucked, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, I was dipping, busted. Of course, years later, she tells me that she just made that shit up and just was like, I had a feeling you might have been, and just like I just ratted on myself. But so she made me go get the dip, and she
Excellent gambit.
oh,
Yankees funny.
it was incredible, dude. I was like, what a play! I'm gonna use that myself. And she made me take the dip and dump it out. So she was like, take it and dump it out in the yard. So I go out there, I dump it in the yard, dude. The fucking front yard smelled like cherry for like 2 weeks, dude. The smell would not go away.
Oh God. Speaking of, that reminds me of the first time this is the only time I've ever dipped in my entire life. I had just gotten eliminated in the high school state wrestling tournament, and I had eaten just an absolute fuck pile of Stone Cold ice cream. And I remember I walked back into the room, and my buddy just looks at me and goes, "Well, James got eliminated," because I'm just sitting there with my Cold Stone.
Just munching, dude.
He's just like, "Well, you got eliminated." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm sad." He's like, "All right, well, here, we're going to pack you a dip." And my buddy, I think, packed the fattest fucking chaw of Copenhagen Black, which is the
Oh,
Copenhagen Jack Daniels thing, and they, like, stuck it in my lip. I remember I was like, "Boys, I don't feel good." And I'm like, "Oh, no." And then the coach was like, "We have a meeting." And I'm like, "Boys, I can't make the meeting. There's no fucking way."
oh,
So I just remember sitting over the toilet, just going like that, and then
oh.
they were just like, "Oh," they're like, "Where's James at?" And I'm like, "Oh, he ate too much food and he got sick." And and then after I was like, "Dude, I can't do this," so then I just like threw it into the toilet and like flushed it.
You threw up and kept it in your
Oh no,
mouth,
no, I
like
didn't. I
to
didn't throw
save
up.
to
I was just
save
like,
it.
I had it in my mouth and I was just like drooling and spitting into the toilet. I was like, "Oh
Oh, dude, that's
God."
the worst. Yeah,
I was like, "Oh,
because you know you're gutting it. It's like the first time ever doing it. I was saying when I did the grizzly, I just was gutting a ton of it, and
oh,
I was like,
oh, you
guys,
monster."
I was like, I gotta go take a piss real quick. You know, I'll be right back. And I was literally just like, I just like go in there. I was like, oh, I feel kind of weird, and just, I mean, just so aggressively throwing up my friend's bathroom, and yeah, and it was like a tiny, like
Oh,
small rental, you know, like townhome, and I know everyone in that house was just listening to me be like, "Oh," like just so aggressive in the bath. They're like,
dude,
I came out and I was like, sorry, that piss took forever. My bad.
my bad, brother. I don't know how to have this skull just ended around the rim of your toilet seat.
Like, oh, yeah, I think that was the last time I ever did that. But yeah, that's also hilarious. Like that just seems like such a high school movie moment, or like in like like Gilmore Girls or something, where it'd be like the guy loses a wrestling match and he gets peer pressured into doing like dip, and it's just like that moment where everyone's like, no, don't do it, and you're just like eating ice cream. And you're like,
Oh
sure,
shit.
I'll try that. What's this, Copenhagen?
Copenhagen Black, I'm emotionally vulnerable. This seemed like a great idea.
Yeah.
I will say, I do like the occasional Zenachino now. Just usually when I have to like write or whatever, because better for me than vaping. Because that's a motherfucker. I love nicotine, but it is terrible for you. So I switched to a Zen, as any white man in their 20s or 30s does. I don't
Right.
know how the fuck people gut this shit. Like I have to spit it out, or else I'm just like bleh,
Oh, because
all the
you've
time.
transitioned from. I mean, when I went to my buddy's wedding in Florida, there was 6 groomsmen,
Hmm.
and I think maybe not his brother was the best man. It might have been, I don't know. His brother might have been doing it too. They all had Zins in, and not just one. They had like 2 or 3 at a
Oh,
time,
jeez.
and it was like, but they all dipped like Copenhagen Straight, Grizzly, like, and they just gut that shit. And so with Zins, they're like, this
Oh,
is
this is
like
nothing.
fucking water, dude. This is nothing.
Speaking of Zins, have you seen like Alex Pereira will like have like 6 or 7 in?
That's crazy.
Dude,
I heard that
he,
nicotine gives you like a little bit of like it gets your mind kind of sharp. Like maybe it kind of
it
get
is
it's like a pep up.
according to Alex Huberman when he was on Joe Rogan, it is a nootropic. There, maybe we should be giving some Zins to Elon instead of
Oh,
ketamine.
maybe. Maybe that's where I heard that. That's actually hilarious. That's probably exactly where I heard that.
Yeah, I mean, I just like it because I like stimulants and coffee. Sometimes you just need a little extra pep. That's why I just stick to the threes. I do one
Yep, yep.
about maybe once a month to once every 2 weeks. Nothing crazy. Just occasionally if I'm like working on something or if I'm dragging ass or if I
Yeah.
know I'm going to a wedding and just you know what. That way we're not getting on the ciggies. We were staying away from the ciggies or the vapes. I don't want to be puffing on somebody fucking go, dude, let me in that vape, bro. Fucking
Oh god, be one of those rig people. Well, like I don't know, like nicotine. I've never had like I don't know. I never really got like addicted to it. So like I'd smoke cigarettes or this and that, and just never really. I could always just like put it down and never want to smoke again. But um, yeah, I don't know. I say that though. I say that like I could never get addicted to anything, but that's so not fucking true.
Oh,
I mean,
I I think it just depends on like the personality and stuff. Because nicotine's definitely there are some people who cannot just fucking handle it at all. I mean, cigarettes are fucking terrible for you.
yeah. Oh yeah. And I guess to be fair too, though, like if I'm ever smoking a cigarette, it's literally at 2 o'clock. Like it's like late at night. I'm blackout drunk. I'm eating a euro and I'm huffing a cigarette, and that's like the only time that ever happens.
Yeah, the worst is though just the feeling, the gross cigarette feeling the next morning. You're just like, oh, I feel disgusting
Oh
inside.
yeah, yeah, dude. It's you because you don't, it's still in your mouth, the taste of it, and
Hmm.
you're like, this is what have I done?
This is why did drunk me make problems for future me?
Yeah.
This is terrible.
I look over my lady. I'm like, good morning. She's like, get the fuck away from me, you animal.
And honestly, that is the nice thing about my lady. She cannot smell, so I just rip ass all the
Oh,
time.
really? She can't?
Yeah, no, she cannot. It's a blessing and a curse.
Wow, interesting. Does that affect her taste?
I kind of. She doesn't like to eat certain things because of like textures and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah.
I
So,
knew a guy that lost his sense of smell when he got older.
mm,
I don't know if that's the same for her, but he like was like 35 or something, and like I think he had a surgery for something, and something got fucked up, and he literally just lost his sense of smell.
oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't. I think it's because she like fell and like hit her face, and then she, like her olfactory bulb got like damaged or something like that.
Hmm.
And then, but I just rip ass all the time now. It's kind of something I've gotten too comfortable with because I will just let it rip all the time. And it's bad because sometimes we'll go over to her parents' house and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta like be
Just
discreet.
ripping it in their living room, dude. They're like, you're just like sitting there, just like letting it, and they're like, God, what is that smell?
Oh no, they're all like loud as shit too. The worst is like sometimes like I it's just fucking putrid because I've been lifting a lot and been eating a lot of fucking protein, brother. I'm trying to get those numbers up. Trying to bench 300 by my wedding, and we're up to 255. I'm almost there.
There's no fucking way you're benching 255.
I can bench 255, like
Really?
one rep max. Yeah.
All right, that's pretty good.
Uh,
I'm sorry I doubted you.
you, that's right. You fucking don't doubt this boy. I've been fucking eating protein and ripping ass. Fucking. Anyways, there's be times where I just like rip. I'm like, oh god, what the fuck? It's
Yeah,
just like,
when your own dude, when your own fart. Have you ever? Okay, I was gonna say, have you ever farted in the shower? But I'm sure you have. But the shower
oh,
makes the fart like it's like a gas chamber, dude. I mean, it's the worst fucking thing you've ever smelled. I mean, it's crazy, dude. I had a steak asparagus dinner the other night,
oh god.
and I like a lot of asparagus. I got way too much, and I cooked it all and was like, I can't waste this. And I took a piss in the shower, and it reeked, dude. I mean, it was like chlorine gas. Like I thought I was gonna die in there.
Oh, dude, the worst is whenever I'm at jujitsu. Sometimes I will rip ass and I'm like, I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to move. And they're just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Listen, man, I've been eating a lot of I've been eating beans this week, and like you're just gut wrenching the shit out of me trying to pass my guard. This is on you. This is not my fault.
They squeezed it out of you, dude.
Dude, you squeezed it out of me. What can I say? You know.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's I just bent over there today and literally just like it just farted. I didn't even mean to. I just
Have you ever done like the baby trick to yourself where you're like supposed to like spin your legs back and forth and then bring your knees like over your chest?
no, but I can only picture your lady like just having you lay on your bed and grab your legs and just do the
Oh
little
no,
like
I'll
bicycle
do it to
kicks.
myself. It's like you're like like doing happy baby, where you're like doing one of those like jujitsu like leg things, and then you're just like, oh, what if I just like brought my knees in here for like wind removing pose, which is why it's called wind removing pose because you're fucking shoving your knees up into your
Wind
chest.
removing
It's
pose.
it's literally called wind removing pose.
You're like, well, you can't get mad at me. I farted, dude. This is the whole point of this.
I mean, the only time she gets mad is if I like sometimes I'll like occasionally if we're like I'm Little Spoon, I like being Little Spoon, and like I'll fart and I'll be on her. Then she gets pissed at me. But like I was like, that's fair.
That's fair. That's fair. That's direct contact. Well,
So,
sometimes I'll let one rip in the bed. It's my favorite thing ever. Is I'll let it rip in the bed and then I'll do like a comforter fluff and I'll just send it up at like 1,000 miles an hour, like Mach 2. She gets so mad, dude. She'll be like, "I got it in my mouth."
like that scene from Step Brothers. Is that ketchup?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can
Yeah, ketchup and onions.
I can taste it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, sorry, my bad.
My bad. But the yeah, but I think I'm just gonna bring it back to the synthetic mushrooms here one last time, then we'll probably call it up here. But yeah, that is probably the most boomery thing that I've heard from like a group of cops.
Yeah,
It's just
there's got to be synthetic mushrooms somewhere. I mean, I can't imagine there not being, but it's
oh
like,
you I get I mean I was trying to think about like what kids did in high school, which was just like weed and pain pills. A lot of kids did a lot of pain pills when I was in high school because well West Virginia. I
yeah,
mean,
Boone County mating call.
oh,
The hidden dangers of gas station magic mushrooms.
wait, it's an actual thing.
I don't know, dude. I found this fucking article. Gas station magic mushrooms are typically sold as capsules or dried mushrooms and are often labeled as natural or herbal supplements.
Oh,
So
interesting.
there's a oh my god, dude. It can't be the same company. Dude, there's this one I just found. It's called Amanita mushroom gummies and the company is Galaxy Treats, dude. Dude, no, you have to be this can't be real.
Dude, you gotta.
Is this like a spin-off? Is this Galaxy Gas going into like their own fucking thing?
They're like the whippet market. They're on to us. We can't be selling 2,000 gram whippet containers because no one's using that much fucking whipped cream in their life.
Dude, that's so fucking crazy. It's so funny that it has that. They sell Delta 8 gummies and all this shit. So they're selling all kinds of. They're selling synthetic
It's called
everything.
Galaxy Treats.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
called Galaxy Treats.
Oh
Oh,
my
dude.
god, blast! Literally, I think it is the same thing as the Galaxy Gas people.
This is
Uh,
crazy, bro. I mean, this can't be. There's got to be a rift in the Matrix at this point.
oh, 100%.
I mean, blueberry moon shrooms. Dude, anyway, yeah. So there
My
you go.
favorite thing, I'm looking at their summary on their website for you all. Blast off with our highest quality, best tasting hemp, mushroom, and blue lotus products. Free shipping over $30. Satisfaction guaranteed. Made in the USA.
Oh, it's so fun. Blast off. What a freaking asshole, dude. That's
Oh
so
my god.
brutal.
We make the best fucking treats, bro. Do you want to eat cosmically delicious edibles?
Oh, I also love it's very funny that it's like made in the USA. It's like synthetic drugs.
It's third-party lab tested over 5,000 verified. Oh my god, I found one that's just moon shrooms, galaxy treats, Amanita mushroom gummies, bro.
What are
One
they?
guy's
what are they, like third party test? Does that just mean they're testing it on like on like there's like Mexico or something?
I think that means they're not testing it in house, so they're sending it off to like a third party lab to verify what's actually in it is what they say is in it, and you're not just getting fentanyl.
Oh hell yeah, good. Here's a really nice review of five. They only put their 5-star reviews. Here's one from Phyllis W. I'm just gonna say his name because it's on the website. These because I'm sure it's like his mom or something. These are the second best tasting moon babies.
Second best tasting. My
Oh
favorite,
man, that's crazy.
and their ad. I'm trying to find it.
What a
It
find.
has, oh, here we go. THCA live resin disposables, and one of them's like Galaxy Treats birthday cake resin. Oh, oh God. Gushers 3G. This is, some fucking stoner jackass is just designing all of this. Oh my God, all of this branding looks like it would be popular on like a Pat Sun 26 shirt from 2016.
Oh, I
Not
know.
sorry.
It's just like yeah, this whole it's just funny when there's like the stoner stuff, like Chiba Hut or whatever, like it's like stuff that they're like it's like corporate, like we'll make this stoner kids will love this, but it's just like a bunch of like old boomers around a table being like cut uh chicken kush whatever, fucking blunt sandwiches. It's like having to go in. Like I actually like Chiba Hut, and having to go in there and be like, "Can I get a blunt of White Widow?" I feel like such a fucking asshole, dude.
Uh, I will say, I think my two favorite flavor names are get the fucking strawberry diesel 5G THCA THCP PHC live resin disposable with this fucking astronaut that has strawberries for eyes, man. And
Oh,
then they have
dude.
another one that's called Grape God. It's just like an astronaut like falling down. He's got a pair of like bushel grapes for his face.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that one. Yeah. Oh, actually, they do. Okay, to be fair, they do. I thought they were just calling. I thought they were just saying moon babies was like. I thought the guy just came up with that term. They do have a line called moon babies, so that's
I fucking hate that. I hate that.
that's so. Also, I just got a chat bot that was like, "Hi, need any help?" I'm like, "Do you guys have any fentanyl?"
Do you think they can like boot us off? We should try that. That should be a good podcast episode.
Yeah,
Let's fuck
we should
with the
find these
galaxy.
like weirdly like semi legal websites and just talk to their chatbots and be like,
Can you get me cocaine?
"What do you have that's laced with cocaine?"
How do I obtain? Oh god, I found their bundles. I like how one's just extra strength, and then they got the Galactic Trip, the Blast Off bundle, the Intergalactic Explorer, the Solar Sour bundle, and the Blue Blast bundle. I'm just like you all are a bunch of jackasses with
Oh,
this name.
I mean this would as a 16-year-old this would turn me off from doing synthetic drugs. If I had to go in there and be like, "Yeah, can I get one galactic trip bundle and a blue blast off, please?" Like I was no fucking way 17-year-old me would have ever gone in there and done that.
I feel like they are definitely gearing this to like I'm gonna call them pre frat kids. I'm sure you had a bunch in your high school in Florida.
Oh
This
yeah.
is this is who this is marketed towards is the pre frat kids.
Or like a
But
32-year-old millennial that's just like
whoa,
yeah, whoa.
whoa, dude! Like this is so fucking cool. Look how cool this art is, bro. And like definitely never graduated college. Was in a frat and got like a 0.0. They're like freshman and sophomore year.
Yeah, oh yeah. All this art's like AI generated. I mean, it's
Oh,
just yeah, yeah. That's
it's like one of those. Do you have those like local hippie like EDM festivals back in Florida that are just like the smallest thing they ever called like Pink Moon or whatever, and it's just in the middle of butt fuck nowhere.
no, not really.
Oh, they have those a lot in West Virginia. But we'll have to talk about that next time. But I will say I think we are at an hour and 10. So
Yep, that's a perfect perfect cutoff on the Galaxy gummies.
Galaxy Gas, the Galaxy Gummies. I'm gonna have to tell my buddy I found the website.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to give that to him. Shit. Well, thanks for listening. This was not Trailer Park Trash. This is Transplant Trash.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. And
We'll make a tier list of trash and explore the galaxy again of what gas station knockoff drugs we can find next.
yeah, that's good. 100%. All right. Thanks for listening.